Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your preview for Watford versus Chelsea, happening Premier League tomorrow night. It's going to be an interesting one, especially after the game that we just had against Manchester United, which didn't go quite to plan. Let's have it right, for a couple of reasons. But going into this game, I have to say I'm nervous. I'm nervous because of what Thomas Tuchel has informed us in the press conference. And I'm just like, no, please don't let this be the start of something drastic and crazy and potentially catastrophic happening at Chelsea. Please don't. We're going to get into it very shortly. Before I do though, I want to let you guys know of the upload that I had on here earlier on, which is the Reddit video. Yes, the first Reddit video in 2 weeks. You can catch it right here after you are done with this video, so check it out. It was a nice little laugh. We're full of your posts on the Reddit page over the last 2 weeks, so it's a good video. I enjoyed it. I hope you do too. Check it out after you are done with this for a little bit of a laugh. Now, let's get into this. Watford versus Chelsea. Watford under ex-Chelsea boss Claudio Ranieri. Let's have it right. Fair play to Claudio because he's gone over there. And I'll say he's got quite a bit of a start going right now. I mean, that result against Man United where they managed to batter them 4-1, which did in fact get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the sack, that was quite a display. Unfortunately, Chelsea couldn't do the same to United at Stamford Bridge. Again, couple of reasons. Whether that was to do with the fact that Man United decided to bring their stadium to park in front of the in front of the goal, or the fact that Chelsea couldn't hit a barn door and we just couldn't finish our dinner, let alone, actually put a ball in the back of a net. So, those things just didn't go our way. It was probably just one of those days. It is what it is. We can't dwell on it, but we've got to look forward to Watford. Now, normally I'd be looking at this fixture and I'd be like, yes, absolutely, Watford, yes, perfect game to get some 3 points, to bounce back, to get our rhythm going again, especially prior to the Man United game. We were on such good form in terms of the Leicester performance, the Juventus performance. All of that was lovely jubbly, absolute blinders. Blinder after blinder being put in. And that was great. Man United, though, came to a halt. You'd look at this game against Watford and go, okay, we can pick up the rhythm again, we can go again. However, Thomas Tuchel has informed us in the press conference that we have potentially 6 injuries. 6! Potentially. I say potentially. 3 are certain, 3 are possibilities. The 3 that are certain: Ben Chilwell, out, we know this. Kovacic, still out, we know this. Kante will still be out. Now, against Watford, I'd look at that and go, okay, we'll survive, we'll be alright. We've got Loftus-Cheek, for example. And against Man United, that midfield was actually great. Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, that was fine. We had full control. The other 3 are what I'm worried about. The other 3 is where I go, oh my God, please, this can't be happening. Please. Now, Thomas Tuchel did mention that these 3 players did in fact train, but last-minute decisions will be made on them. So I'm hoping training doesn't do anything crazy to them, or hasn't done anything crazy to them today, because tomorrow we end up playing. So, Reece James. Yep, Reece James. You're all probably watching this video panicking right now, holding on to your seats, hoping you don't get a heart attack. I feel you. Please, keep calm. Reece James is one of the names. Jorginho is one of the names. Again, hold on to your seats, keep calm, take a breather, get a paper bag if you have to. Breathe into it, do what you got to do, but keep yourself calm. Breathe. Through your nose, out your mouth. Relax, it's okay. I'm just trying to keep you calm here because I had to do that to myself earlier on. Jorginho is the second name. The third name is Timo Werner. Timo Werner, I'm going to spend about a couple of minutes talking very, very briefly about because, things need to be said. But Reece James and Jorginho are the other 2 as well. So those 3 names are possibilities in terms of missing tomorrow's game, although they all did train. So when I hear that, I think, well, surely they're going to be match fit. Surely. They'll be all right. Fingers crossed. But I've put into context that I think that they are going to play. So when I get to the starting 11, I've put into the context, into that starting 11, that those 3 players are in fact going to be available. Because if they're training, I reckon that, there's not much to it and they will be okay. Timo Werner, I want to speak about. I don't really want to do an entire video on it because things can change. Things can change. You know, maybe he starts hitting form. Maybe he bangs in a goal against Watford if he plays. Maybe after that against West Ham, maybe he scores and all of a sudden, boom, he gets a little run. You never know. But what I do want to say is that miss against Man United, I can feel it and I've seen it and I've watched it, has definitely got the Chelsea fan base starting to turn. 100%. Whether those people that already wanted Werner to leave are now screaming at the top of their lungs. The ones that were a bit on the fence are now looking at this going, okay, maybe he's going to have to just go now. And the ones that adore him, I'm sure, are just very silent right now, looking and thinking and going, maybe the others are right. Maybe. And now I guess they're starting to compute that there's a possibility that Timo Werner might just not hit his best or what we expected him to hit. Because that miss against United definitely done it for me. When he missed that, I said it on my watch-along. I was like, we're not scoring now. That's it. It's done. And he's got to bury that. And we see that too many times. This is different from like Morata, for example. Because with Morata, I knew there was an attitude problem there. I look at Morata and he was sulking, bringing his mentality down, not doing anything about it, kind of waiting for everyone around him to do something about it. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. You're at the highest level, get on with it. Yeah? Yes, it's hard. Yes, I have sympathy to an extent. But you gotta get yourself up and running here. Timo Werner does that. Week in, week out, he does it. The moment he hits bad form, you still see him trying. He's got a smile on his face. He's positive. He's there for his teammates. In the dressing room, he's a character. You never see him come down. And I admire that. But his ability, maybe this is it. Maybe this is just what he brings. Maybe English football isn't his cup of tea. Maybe, and I understand there are things in the game that he brings and he helps in terms of creating space, in terms of assisting teammates, in terms of all that. But that fundamental that we bought him for in terms of, mate, we kind of need you to score. Yeah, that it's not happening. It's not happening. How long do we wait? That's the question I want to leave with you guys. Let me know in the comments in terms of that question. Now, let's get to the starting 11 and what I think Thomas Tuchel should go with tomorrow against Watford. Let's check it out. So, we'll start in goal. Edouard Mendy, of course. Mr. Yashin Award winner, if I'm being completely honest. The fact that he didn't win that at the Ballon d'Or yesterday was criminal. How in the blue hell did Donnarumma win that award? How? Because he won the Euros? Well, okay, Jorginho should have won the Ballon d'Or then. If that's how we're doing individual awards nowadays, absolute disgrace. Mendy should have won that. Ridiculous. Anyway, Mendy in goal. The back three, you know what? I'm not changing a thing. And yes, normally on this channel, I would look at this and go, you know what? Normally, I'd be like, Thiago Silva, he's played too many games now. He's got a rest. Bring in Christensen. But every time he plays, he puts in a blinder. So why? Clearly, his body can take it. Even at 37, I am now convinced that he can play 3 games a week. So, Thiago Silva starts. But again, if Christensen starts, I'm all for it, and that's fine with me. But that needs to be the back three because they look super solid together. And there's a big chemistry going on right there. So, fair play to all 3 of them. Now, in terms of the wing-backs, I'm going again on the context that Reece James is available and he's fit. Alonso has to play left wing-back because we don't have much of a choice. Against Man United, wasn't a terrible performance. Wasn't his best, though. And I feel like then he needs to bond some chemistry on the left-hand side because that's exactly what Chilwell did. And yeah, if we need to have an effective left-hand side, Alonso needs to play a big part. So Alonso left wing-back, Reece James right wing-back because he is Mr. Chelsea right now. Absolutely killing it with the way that he's playing. Jorginho and Ruben Loftus-Cheek in midfield without question. Again, on the basis that Jorginho is fit. I have to say, if these players are not fit, if Reece James and Jorginho are not available, I get worried. Because who the hell do we play midfield with Loftus-Cheek then? Saul? Are we going to have to try and put someone back? Like Mount has to play there now? Or I don't know. It's a mess, basically. It's a mess. So I would go, honestly, I hope Jorginho's fit. If he's not, we've got a problem. Because at that point, we've got Jorginho, Kovacic and Kante all out. It would probably have to be Saul. We don't have a choice at that point. Reece James would have to be replaced by an Azpilicueta, I'm guessing. Again, that's the only option we can turn to. And the front three, I've decided to make a couple of changes here. I am going to keep Hudson-Odoi on that left-hand side because I believe he brings everything to the table. I just don't want him to be as selfish as he was against Man United. And in fact, if you don't want to score, or if you are worried or hesitant that you are not going to score, please look for the option and pass, because if he had done that against Man United, I really think we would have been 2 or 3-0 up in that first half. There was an opportunity for him to pass it across. He didn't. To Timo and to Ziyech, and he didn't. And in the first 2 minutes, he had a chance to score and absolutely fluffed the shot. So he's just got to make the right decision. His final decision making just needs to be on point. Apart from that, everything else he's doing is great. The way he dribbles, his speed, his directness, his one-on-ones, everything is great. His link-ups, beautiful. I hope, again, him and Alonso pick up a little bit of a bond, because Hudson-Odoi and Chilwell together had so much chemistry. It was stupid. I hope him and Alonso can get clicking. Fingers crossed, because we can't be too reliant on the right-hand side. Tactically, we'd get figured out. So, yeah, fingers crossed Callum does well and continues to do that on the left-hand side. Now, up front and on the right, I've made some changes. I believe Pulisic needs to come back into this team now, especially with the fact that he's direct, he's a creator, he's a dribbler, he can get in between those in between the lines, linking up very, very close spaces. I just think it would be wise for Pulisic to be on the pitch. And up front, bonding with these lads, I'm going with the main man up top. Look, here's the reality of the situation, yeah. I don't care if he is the focal point. I don't care if he attracts attention and the entire defence are locked on Lukaku and all of a sudden we can't get the ball to him. Cool, that opens the room for everyone else. The truth of the matter is right now, he is a man that knows exactly where the goal is. Lukaku, you give him the ball, his chances are he's going to put it on the net or he's going to take a shot and it's going to be on target. So look, in terms of this, I truly think Lukaku needs to start. No questions asked. No questions asked. So for me, that would be the front three. And for me, that would be the starting 11. And in terms of the score prediction, let's get into the score prediction. Normally I'd give you a very comfortable result. Let me be real. A very comfortable result. But I can't do that. I can't do that. Especially with the doubt that we have in terms of some of the lads that might not be available. Or the fact that we just, didn't get a result against United, and maybe psychologically that's going to play a little bit. Against Watford, realistically, we should be going there and dominating. I am going to go with Watford 0, Chelsea 2. Again, hopefully we get goals. Hopefully we start, we start getting clinical and we start putting the ball in the net. But I don't think, again, we're going to do that too many times. So I'm going to go with a bit of a safe result here. Watford 0, Chelsea 2. Nothing crazy. Hopefully it's more. That's exactly what I said against Leicester. And then we end up getting more. I'm going to say it now against Watford. Hopefully we get more. Fingers crossed. But let me know your score predictions in the comment section below. How do you see it ending? Who do you see scoring? What would your lineups be? I'd love to hear it. Let me know in the comment section below. Much appreciated for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this. Make sure you catch me tomorrow. I will try and do that watch along for you guys. I know I've had issues lately in terms of connection. I'll see if I can sort that. But you will be definitely getting the match review after that's all said and done. So make sure your eyes are peeled for all of that. And I will see all of you then. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.